Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of June 21st, 2026. It is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Sagittarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Sagittarius not see coming for the week of June 21st, 2026? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming this week? Impersonator. And at the bottom of the deck, we have creepin'. Why is impersonator something that Sagittarius does not see coming this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy for the week ahead, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Ten of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. Temperance, Celestial Weaver, and the Knight of Cups. To the Devil, to the World card. Oh my. All right, let's begin to clarify. Knight of Swords. Why is this in your energy here? Knight of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Knight of Swords is clarified by the Lovers, Justice, and the Sun. Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ten of Swords is clarified by Five of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Knight of Wands is clarified by Six of Swords, the Tower, and the Nine of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you have a lot of earth in your chart. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Actually, you could be an earth sign but have like a Sagittarius moon or rising. Queen of Pentacles clarified by Judgment, Eight of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. And that's enough of that. I don't know what you're going through this week. It looks pretty difficult. It looks like recently or this week you're catching someone in a web of lies. Temperance, the Celestial Weaver, the Knight of Cups, the Devil, and the World card. I feel like this person has spun themselves a story that just doesn't make sense to you this week. And it looks like you're catching them in a pretty significant lie. I don't know if they told you something previously and you remember the details, but they don't. There's something like that here. I think they're trying to charm their way, like charm an apology towards you or something like that. There seems to be something very charming here, like I didn't mean that, or you don't understand. There's something like that here happening. You, however, are shutting the door on this. Now, I don't know if you're cutting them off this week, physically speaking. Like, I don't know if you're quitting the job or getting a divorce or ending the friendship. I don't know who this is to you. It's a general collective reading. But I know energetically to you, you're done. Like, you're not just done, you're done, done, done. And they know that you're done, done, done. However, to the world, you got a big old smile on your face, my friend. I don't think I've ever seen you so brave. So I don't know what it is that you're going through or encountering this week. The Knight of Swords, when it comes to your communication, how you move, you're making the choice. Lovers is the ultimate choice card in tarot. Justice to the Sun card. Everything is fine. You're putting on such a brave face here. Everything is fine. Everything is balanced. Meanwhile, internal to you, Ten of Swords. I feel betrayed. I can't believe this person did this. Five of Wands, Seven of Cups, Ten of Wands. This is very heavy energy. So look, I don't know if this person did this to you 2 weeks ago, but this is, maybe it's just hitting you emotionally. You ever have something like that happen? It doesn't hit you for a little bit because you got to still process it. So if you're watching this, you're like, Jen, I went through it already. I just think this week there's some kind of reminder here. Okay, there's some kind of reminder. So for some of you, there's a trigger this week. that remind you of that incident. And for others of you, it's actually playing out this week. I don't know where you are on the Sagittarius collective. I do know to the world, though, man, are you putting on a brave face? But there's something here is really rocking you, okay, to your core this week. I want to get 3 cards for those of you where it previously happened, but this week you're being triggered by it. Can I get 3 cards for my Sagittarians who recently experienced this or previously experienced this? So the impersonator card is you. This week you're putting on a brave face, like everything is fine. You're not dealing with anything. You're not remembering anything. Everything is good in your world. 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. There's that emotional loss, but it's like I'm making the judgment call to not portray to the world 8 of Cups that I'm emotionally sad or disappointed about what's happening. Instead, I'm making the judgment call to be 3 of Pentacles. I'm collaborative. I'm in a good mood. I'm solid. I'm grounded. I'm King or Queen of Pentacles. I don't read body parts. And then I have a group of you where you're actually going through this week. Like you're catching this person in some type of shady behavior, or the feeling I was getting like they spun a bunch of lies here and you've caught on to it. And then they try to like sweet talk their way out of it. And it's like, no, I see you for what you are. I want to get 3 cards for those of you where it happened in the past. And this is just a trigger. One more shuffle. Thank you. Happened in the past. It's just a trigger. 2 of Wands, Page of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. You might hear from this person, okay? Maybe you receive a text message, a phone call, a letter, or you have some kind of face-to-face interaction. Or you're actually seeing something. Like in the Page of Cups, this person is looking down. So for some of you, like I said, this has already played out. You're either interacting with this person this week or something that you're seeing. It could be a text message, or it could be a document for some of you, but it makes you sad, okay? It kind of re-triggers everything that this person put you through. But still, to the world, brave face. Now, for those of you who are going through it this week, 3 cards for my Sagittarians who are actually going through this week or discovering this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Hanged Man, we have the Hermit, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is your proof. It's tangible. Whatever they're doing, it's indisputable. I just see you here going quiet. The Hangman, the Hermit, you're almost in disbelief. You're in disbelief. And it looks like to the world, you got a big old smile on your face, and internal to you, you're trying to figure out what the heck do I do now? 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, the 4 of Swords. Yeah, this is like, what do I do now? So there's some meditation, contemplation there. Tell me more about that. Knight of Cups, the Devil, the World card. Whatever they did or said, it's causing an ending for them. Like with you, they're aware now that their connection with you is ending. Whether you say something to them or not, they're aware of it. But the Creeping card is interested because it's like they're watching you. All right, let me get 3 cards on what they're doing. Clarify that. Knight of Cups, Devil to the World card. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Phoenix, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Death card. Wait, okay. If this is actually like happening this week, this is someone who's saying to you that they're sorry. They're sorry and they don't want what they did or what you just caught them in to be the end of the connection. They want one more try to make it right with you. I don't know who this person is, but man, are they trying to sweet talk you. Some of you, they're trying to talk your pants right off for you. There's something here of we can make this better. We can come back from this. It's not what it looks like, or there's something like that here at play. If this happened in the past, but you have interaction with this person this week, or you're seeing something like this week, and it's like that trigger feeling here for you, just know that this person still watches you, regardless of how long ago this separation happened. They still try to look for you online. If you have an online media platform like YouTube, they're watching your channels. So if you already had the ending with this person, they're creeping, they're watching you this week. They are wondering whether or not they should reach out to you, connect with you again, maybe try to revitalize the connection, whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic. And for those of you where you are catching them in the act or something like that, you're finding all this out this week, there's something here trying to smooth talk it over. Like It's not what you think, or it's not what you see, something like that. There's a, I heard something baby, but I don't know what was right after that. Something baby. They might say to you, baby, we could work this out. I don't know if it's like a boyfriend, a girlfriend, husband, wife of yours. Bottom of the deck, we have 9 of Cups, 6 of Cups, Page of Pentacles. If you're not in communication with this person, because it happened long ago, they are seriously contemplating reaching out to you this week. I'm not sure if they will this week. They might do it the following week. This week might just be trying to look you up, trying to watch you, see what you're up to. And for those of you where you're, like I said, you're catching them in this week, there's a, I gotta say, I gotta call it for what it is. Otherwise, I'd be a really shitty tarot reader if I didn't. There's some gaslighting going on here. This is, it's not what you think it is. You got it all wrong. No, I didn't say that. No, I meant this. No, you misunderstood. Because they don't want an ending with you. They're totally lying and then watching your reaction creep in to see if you believe them. I'm going to get you to 2 different sets of advice. 3 cards of advice for my Sagittarians where this has already happened. Something here is triggering the remembering of that 10 of Swords experience. And then this person is watching them, contemplating reaching out to them. 3 cards of advice for my Sagittarians in that group. One more shuffle here. Thank you. If you're in that group, King of Cups, the World card, and the Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, the Devil. Stay emotionally grounded this week, okay, with whatever trigger it is here. The trigger could be a text message or phone call from them as well, okay? Whatever it is, just stay emotionally grounded if you do receive any type of communication from them. But just remember, 2 Devil cards for this person. They have not changed. They have not changed their ways. Since you had that Tower moment with them, we had the Tower here, 7 of Pentacles to the Devil. Same, up to their same tricks. Nothing has changed here, unfortunately, for this person. Whether you hear from them or not this week, some of you, like I said, may hear from them the following week. Just stay emotionally grounded and balanced here. For my Sagittarians who are finding all of this out this week, 3 cards of advice for my Sagittarians who are finding out some type of heartbreaking news or information this week. It looks like you're confronting this person and they're trying to tell you that you got it all wrong. 3 cards of advice for my Sagittarians who are finding out this week and are being gaslit. I have no other way how to say that. One more shuffle here. Thank you. If you're being gaslit, 6 of Swords, 4 of Swords, and Judgment. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands, Page of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. If you want to do this again with this person, you can, because like I said, the Wheel of Fortune is in their energy as well. They want to give this another try. So before you make that judgment call, if you don't know what to do, because they're confusing you and you're in shock, just pause. 4 of Swords. Just take a time out. Contemplate what your next move is. You don't have to make an on-the-spot decision when you find out whatever this information is. Just take your time out and you make the best judgment call for you. Not for them, not for anyone else, but for you. Yeah, if you need some time, maybe even some time away. Some of you may want a little time away or a break from them. If you can do that, you can afford that, then you do that as well. That is what I have for you, Sag, for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, good luck. Be gentle with yourself this week. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.